Okay, so we have 1.75 here. You can also use 1.5 depending on what you want, but I'm using 1.75 here. So this one, I will connect it from this stop here. How will I put it now? From the end of this one, not the extension of 1 inch, the end of the front measurement. You are going to mark it to 2.5. Okay, you can see that it's already giving us the shape that we want. You are going to mark it there. You are going to connect it, sorry, you are going to connect it there. Then from this 2.5 here to 1.75 or 1.5 that you are using, or one that you are using, you are going to connect it this way. You're going to connect it this way. Okay, can you see? Can you see? So this is the one that will come down. This is the one that will come down. Now you can just imagine that you used one here or 1.5. See the way it will go. See, it will come inside and it will give us another beautiful shape. See it now. You can see it. So assuming I used one, this is what it's going to give me. If I use 1.5, it's going to stop somewhere here and it's going to give me another shape. But I'm using 1.75 here. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm not using one, I'm using 1.7. I just use that to illustrate so that you understand that it's all your choice. It depends on what you want and how you want it. It depends on what you want. So but what I want is that I want to use 1.75 for the the extension or the other part of the collar. As simple as that. If I tell you that our collar is ready and ready to cut out, ready to be transferred to fabric. Very simple, honestly. If you follow the instructions or the illustration, it's very, very simple. Okay, so just going to quickly do a rough idea or a rough explanation, like a conclusion of what I have just done. We have the back, we have the front. You would have taken your back measurements. So what I used here for my back measurement is 5 inches. Don't forget that I got a starting point at this upper part. I got a starting point at this side. So from the upper part, or from the side and the upper part, I marked 5 inches for my back measurement. Then where my back measurement stopped, I mark what? I mark 3.5 that I used for my front measurement. Okay. Then I said that I extended it by 1 inch. This 1 inch is for either zip that is going to be there at that front part, or what's it called, or button. You understand? That is the essence of this what's it called, of this extension that is here. Okay, so at this extension I came down by what? By 0.75, so that it will have a curve here. I came down by 0.75. Now, okay, so and I connected this 0.75 to the where I stopped at the back measurement, which is 5 inches. Okay, so for the base, which I said is also the Mandarin, I said for the base that I want to use 1.5. So I used 1.5 for the base here. I used 1.5 here, because this one is coming down by 0.75. So this one too is 1.5. So it will come down and it will give us a kind of slant shape here. Okay, so that's why we have this slant shape here. Now we now shaped it. So when we got 1.5 here, we connected everything together, or we ruled everything together to give us this line here. Okay, so we said that we are going to have a sweet curve here, like a nice curve here. You understand? So this is what we have. And I said that if we don't want this extension, you can just leave it like this. If you want Mandarin, this is the best way to have your Mandarin. You just cut it out, add your half inch sewing allowance round, then you transfer to fabric. Okay, so that's for Mandarin. Now the other one is you want the two together, both the Mandarin and the falling collar. Okay, so I now said that what you will do is that I said that the collar should not be more than 4 inches, and since we already used 1.5 here, so our 4 inches, we did a little calculation, we deducted 1.5 from 4 inches, and we had and we have 2.5. So our 2.5, we used it to get this line here. Excuse me, we used it to get this line here from the end of our 3.5 for the front, not at the for the extension. We connected it here. Okay, so and we said that oh, from the end of this Mandarin here, we'll open it up by 1 inch. We open it up by 1 inch. Okay, so we are going to rule a line to connect to where we have this curve, this nice curve that is here. We'll connect it here, you understand. Then from there we have our 2.5 extension. Then I now said that depending on how wide you want your collar to be at the back, so because you know the whole of this place is back, at the back it depends on how high you want it or how low. I said that you can use 1 inch to add, 1 plus 1.5 will give us 2.5, you understand, by the time we join the whole thing together. Then but I said that I want it a little bit high, so I used what, 1.75. So the height here is 1.75 inches. I said you can also use 1.5. So this part, we are cutting it off. Please don't be confused. We are cutting it off. It is not part of what we will separate. We are cutting it off. So, and that is all. We have our collar ready. The professional way of getting your collar. This is it. Okay, so let's quickly cut out so that we'll know what we have. Okay. So I decided to take you through the process of cutting it, especially because of this part. You understand? So we are going to cut it. We are actually cutting that part off. Okay, we are cutting it off. So you can see this is no longer there. We are cutting it off and we'll separate the rest. Okay. Okay, so okay, so this is what we cut out. This part that I said is 1 inch that we don't need, that we connected. So this is it. I'm throwing it. You can see I have thrown it away. So we don't need it any longer. We don't need it. Now, yes, there's going to be so there will be a kind of space here. You can see that is the space that is there. But by the time we will join it together, there won't be any space. It will just allow it to sit properly. It will allow you to sit properly. So this is the Mandarin that I'm talking about, that you can just use. You understand? If you don't want to use the two together, you can use this Mandarin. You understand? Now, when you are cutting, and this is the other part, the falling part, you can see. So like this is one side of it, and this is, it will look like this. Okay. So, and when you are cutting out, very important, you are cutting everything on fold. Like you are going to put your clothes, this is just for one. I didn't fold the paper, the pattern, I didn't fold it. So this is just for one, and we're having two sides. You understand? So this one will be one side, we'll cut the other one. So this one will like, this one is as if this one is coming this way. You understand? This one is coming this way. Okay, sorry, this one is coming this way. You understand? So that's why I said you are cutting two out. So this one is coming this way. There will be another one that will come this way, that will come like this. You understand? So that's why I said you are cutting two of this, you also cut two of this. I hope you understand. So it's going to be two that you are cutting. Okay, so I think I've been able to express or tell you what you want and how your color should look like. You understand? So cut two. So it's going, sorry, don't cut two, it will be on fold. Sorry, on fold, fabric on fold. Your fabric will be on fold here. Your fabric will be on fold here. Do you understand? Okay, so thank you very much for joining Ebon on this interesting tutorial. See you in my next one. Bye.